reporting for you today from the Wyrley and Essington Canal. Slightly noisier than usual because I've got the weed hatch, well, not open, but I've got the access to it open in case I need it again. So that goes down and gives you access to clear the prop. Because the problem is, this is a beautiful canal. Okay, the first couple of miles maybe out of Wolverhampton, not particularly so. We're actually in a country park now, I forgot what it's called. So we're up north of Birmingham, winding around. A couple of hours we'll get to Brown Hills. There's Sneed Junction first, and then another one down with the Walsall Canal. So I could go down to Walsall and get off the Wyrley and Essington. I've currently only been down the weed hatch once to get a load of crap off the prop. Mainly a couple of plastic bags that were fine to start with, but eventually they'll just wind their way around, and then it starts to annoy the engine, and it's the sensible thing to stop. But honestly, you can see this is gorgeous. It's certainly a lot more pleasant than Nuneaton, for example. Even the bits where I'm winding through the backs of houses, but no one uses it. So there's loads and loads of weed in it. I mean, I'm on, what revs am I on? 1400 revs at the moment, which would normally be my cruising speed. That's just under 4 miles an hour on something like the Oxford, even something shallow like the Oxford. I really don't think I'm doing 4 miles an hour at the moment. This is more like trying to get through Fenny Tunnel when there's no water in the summit. It's a real shame that more people don't come along here, and if more people came along here, the canal would be clearer, in the channel at least, of weed. It would still have a ridiculous amount of crap in, given that the Black Country and West Midlands and Birmingham, are famed as their, for having been built on the canals, or having built all the canals and used them to make their money, and then the railways. But Birmingham famously has more miles of canal than Venice, apparently. Well, that's because Venice is quite, we're talking about the centre of Venice with the canals. Birmingham is this kind of sprawling area that has loads of canals in it. But if you want that reputation, Birmingham, stop throwing all of your shite into your lovely canals. I mean, these are full of... There's not so much detritus here. I have hit at least one shopping trolley. There have been a couple more pulled out on the side of bridges on the side of canal. But this is just bonkers. There's just... Now I'm out in this country park, there's less of it. It's just bottles and bags. I can tell when I go over a general bag of rubbish that someone's just thrown in, because it all gets split up and thrown back out. It's a lovely canal. Boaters, come and use it. It'll be a lot easier. I've passed one boat moving so far, and he said I was the only boat that he'd passed. Sorry, only the second boat that he'd passed in 2 days. Real shame. Nice place. Not so many places that are that easy to moor. Well, it's quite shallow on the sides, but I just stopped to clear the weed hatch on a CRT mooring that handily appeared. It's actually a gated one right next to a pub. What more could you want? The signage is a bit confusing. 2-day mooring, and the wording of the signage said you could stay for 7 days free of charge. I think I've seen that online somewhere. But no, as you can see, I didn't just pick apart. I've never been up this canal before. I didn't just pick apart and go, well, that one's beautiful, I'll take a picture there. It is really, really pretty. It's a day as well, which helps. But yeah, lovely canal. And well, it's better than trolling along the main line through Birmingham as far as I'm concerned. But there you go. Use it or lose it, as they say, because another couple of years of the growth of the weed on the bottom of here, and no one's going to be going anywhere, let alone 2'6" boats like us.